I finally got access to the new Bing. So in this video, I'm going to test it, I'm going to review it for you guys and tell you how it compares, in my opinion, to ChatGPT. What is up guys, Ronnie here, welcome back to the channel. Today we talk about the new Bing, the new AI-powered Bing. So for those of you who don't know, Bing is Microsoft's search engine. It's not been very popular the last forever. It's never been really popular because of Google and the dominant position of Google. But recently, Microsoft made a very interesting move and integrated OpenAI's ChatGPT chatbot into their search engine Bing. And so Microsoft and Bing were giving away these early access to the new Bing experience. And I signed up and I recently got accepted. So the way this happened is that I had to sign up to be an early user, an early adopter of the new Bing. So I was on a waiting list, and then recently I got this email in my inbox from Microsoft Bing saying, "You are in, my friend. Welcome to the new Bing." So let's open up this email. So here is what it says. "You are in. Welcome to the new Bing. We are excited to give you access to an early preview of the new Bing, your AI-powered answer engine. We'd love for you to give us some feedback, blah, 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 the Bing team." So when you click on this button right here that says Start Exploring, you will be redirected to this page, kind of venting the benefits of the new Bing. And you can see you can ask it anything, things like asking it to give you a recipe, write you a poem, whatever, like, a bunch of different prompts like we're used to in ChatGPT. But in order to use that new version of Bing, you will have to use Microsoft's proprietary browser, which is called Microsoft Edge. And therefore, you will have to download Microsoft Edge. So that is the first step for you if you want to use the new Bing. Once you got access, you need to download Microsoft Edge. So this part was very easy. I just clicked on the button and then selected my operating system and installed the new Bing. I had to log in Microsoft Edge, and I could do so via my Skype, Hotmail, or Microsoft account if you have one. If you do not have one, you'll have to create one. And yeah, once it's all installed, this is what you should see. So it does look like Google, but it is Microsoft Bing. It's a search engine, and you can start typing anything here to launch a web search. So that is your conventional, your usual, I would say, search engine. Now, what we are all interested about is obviously the chat functionality of the new Bing. And if you look up here, right underneath this dialog box, you will see a second tab that says chat. So if I click on chat, it's gonna move up a bit and it says, "Welcome to the new Bing, your AI-powered co-pilot for the web." Okay, so you can ask complex questions, get better answers, or get creative inspiration. Now, this is kind of the equivalent of ChatGPT, but integrated with your traditional search engine. So this is very cool. I'm going to start prompting and see how this compares to our good old friend ChatGPT. And I will be comparing it to ChatGPT Plus because that is the version of ChatGPT I'm currently using, the paid version of ChatGPT, which costs $20 a month. All right, something else before we start is that Bing, or the new version of Bing, is completely free. All right, so you won't have to pay any subscription, any fee for using it. The first thing I really wanted to try with the new Bing is its ability to provide me with answers that are based on actual recent events. Okay, that is probably ChatGPT's main limitation, is that there is a cutoff in terms of the information it has access to. And this cutoff is 2021. So basically, it's just like ChatGPT has been learning everything about what's online, but it stopped learning at 2021. Or the beginning of 2021. So everything that happens after that date, well, it's kind of not taken into consideration into what ChatGPT could use to generate its answers. So that is a major problem, indeed, if you are looking for up-to-date information. So the first thing I wanted to try with the new Bing is something that is related to some sort of up-to-date actuality or news. So let's search for a fresh news from today, or at least very recent recent news. So for that, I'm just going to head over Google News. Okay, so I'm typing up news here. Okay, so we have Google News right here. I'm gonna just go there and I'm gonna click on the world. All right, so these are all news related to the world. Let's see if I can find something. Hong Kong lifts citywide mask mandate after almost 3 years. After 959 days, this city, Hong Kong, is no longer imposing a $1,000 fine for not wearing a mask. All right, so let's try this. This is very fresh news from 9 hours ago, okay? By the time you are seeing this video, this might be already old news, but for me, right now, it is fresh news. So let's come back to Bing, and I'm just going to prompt, are masks still mandatory in Hong Kong? Okay, I'm just gonna prompt this, see what happens. So we see this is lifetime. I'm not accelerating, I'm not slowing down anything here, as long as it gets to generate these answers. So it was searching for mask mandatory Hong Kong, and then this is the answer that I get. According to several news sources, and it lists the different sources. I have 3 different sources right here, reference for this information. Mask will no longer be mandatory in Hong Kong starting from Wednesday, March 1st. This is the last major COVID-19 restriction that the city imposed during the pandemic. However, masks should still be worn in hospitals and places where there's a risk of infection. So the sources are 1. Bing, MSN.com, Fox News, Archive.com, and Reuters.com. All right, so this is the information coming straight from Bing. Now, before going any further or analyzing any deeper, I'm going to prompt the exact same thing in ChatGPT. So same thing right here. I'm just going to paste the same prompt. Are masks still mandatory in Hong Kong? And ChatGPT should be responding very soon. All right, so this is ChatGPT's answers. As of my knowledge cutoff date of September 2021, it's not the beginning of the year, it's September 2021, my fault. Masks were still mandatory in most public indoor settings and on public transportation in Hong Kong as part of the government's efforts to control the spread of COVID-19, blah, 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 blah. But basically, it says that as of the cutoff of its knowledge, masks were still mandatory at the time of that knowledge cutoff, okay? And it ends by, it is advisable to check the latest update from official sources such as Hong Kong government's websites or local news outlets for the most up-to-date information. So it does provide me a little bit of a heads up. Look, this might not be the latest up-to-date information, so check on official sources. But what I was trying to demonstrate here is that the new Bing, because it has access to up-to-date information, will provide more accurate answers than ChatGPT because it has this knowledge cutoff as of September 2021. So that's the first thing I wanted to show you. Now, the second thing that I think is a major plus point for Bing is that it actually tells its sources. So I can go there, I can click through and double check, fact check the information that it's given me. One of the major problems of ChatGPT is that it just gives you a bunch of information without citing any of its sources. And therefore you have to take it for granted that this answer is actually accurate. And very often it's not so accurate, but there is nothing for you to dig deeper or to go fact check that specific information. So I love that Bing right here actually gives me the sources. So I could click on any of these sources and find the information. As a matter of fact, let's click on the first one to see some results. So it's basically a bunch of different results for this same query, mask mandatory Hong Kong. And then I will have a bunch of different websites, some videos, and I can double check the information it gives me. So that is for me a major plus for Bing. All right, now let's push this a little bit further and use another prompt I used in ChatGPT earlier and didn't quite get a good result because ChatGPT struggled with that result. And the prompt is the following. So let me just paste that for you. What are 5 YouTube channels I should subscribe to if I want to improve my Canva skills? Okay, let's see what Bing's answer to that question. Okay, searching for YouTube channels, Canva skills. Best YouTube channels, Canva skills. So it's actually running the prompt like a web search first, and then it will generate its answer. Hello, this is Bing. If you want to improve your Canva skills, you might want to subscribe to these 5 YouTube channels. Canva, Design Anything, Publish Anywhere. So that is the official Canva channel. Then it gives me a little bit of a description of the channel. Design with Canva. This channel has informative videos explaining various awesome features of Canva, such as how to use grids, shapes, font, and more. There are 2 little sources right here. Okay, 5 best YouTube channels for Canva designers, and the other one is 22 insanely useful Canva tips and tricks. Okay, cool. Then we have a 3rd channel, Learn with Seb. 4th is I Can Canva. This channel is owned by Hadass, who is another Canva certified expert. And then we have Darren Meredith. Darren is also a Canva certified creative, well, actually is now called Canva verified expert. But yeah, these 5 channels are really up to date. Now, this was very good, pretty impressed. I'm really happy that we are number 2 right there, right after Canva. So kudos to this. Thank you, Bing. And now I'm kind of curious to see what ChatGPT will answer to the exact same prompt. So let's head over ChatGPT, start a new chat so it's not confused, and I'm going to paste the same thing, the same prompt. So if you're looking to improve your Canva skills, here are 5 YouTube channels that you might find helpful. Canva's official channel, okay. The Simple Way. Simple Way is a YouTube channel dedicated to teaching Canva tips and tricks. The creator, Salini Gopal, shares tutorials on how to use Canva to create beautiful designs. The Future. The Future is a design education platform that offers a variety of courses and tutorials. Yes, indeed, but they do not teach about Canva. Creative Hive Co. Creative Hive Co. is a design agency that also offers courses and tutorials. And Lisa Noble Designs. Lisa Noble is a graphic designer and Canva expert who shares tutorials and tips on her YouTube channel. I don't think so. I don't know any Lisa Noble Design. I'm going to copy that and I'm just going to double check this information because I don't think so. So let's just do a quick search in YouTube right here. Lisa Noble's Design. So yeah, don't really see Lisa Hot Design. Would that be it maybe? I click here.
Guys, welcome back. And today we're doing a countdown of the 5 top.
I'm not sure, but I don't see many Canva tutorials here. So this doesn't seem to be super accurate. Let's try another one to see the simple way, like answer number 2 right here, the simple way. Let's just see if there's a channel called the simple way. Yeah, there is a channel, the simple way. But this is a cooking channel. It's not a Canva channel. So definitely take the information coming from ChatGPT right here with a grain of salt, because most of this, particularly when it comes to accurate, up-to-date information or web-based information, is mostly erroneous. So it's not good. Now, what I want to do is to quickly fact check a couple of these channels suggested by Bing right here. So I'm going to use Learn with Seb. And for that, I'm going to use the same YouTube window here. So Learn with Seb. I'm gonna click enter, Learn with Seb. And I know this channel because we've been kind of like following what Seb does. And there is indeed a bunch of Canva videos. See Canva here, Canva tricks. Now, I would say this is this is a correct answer in terms of a YouTube channel I could follow, I could subscribe to if I want to learn more about Canva. He also suggested I Can Canva. So I Can Canva right here with our friend Hadass. Definitely a good place to learn about Canva tutorials as well. So plenty of Canva tutorials right here. So all of that to show you and to prove you that Bing is way more accurate than ChatGPT when it comes to queries related to, I would say, up-to-date information or information that has to do with URLs or text-based results in general. So just know that, just take that into consideration when choosing the tool you are going to use to prompt your queries. Now, I want to see if Bing is as powerful as ChatGPT when it comes to a bunch of other types of prompts. For example, one thing I love doing in ChatGPT is to ask it to organize the information that it provides to me as an answer in a nice and neat table, so I can use this data in other ways. So I'm going to try just that. I'm going to see if Bing can organize this information into a table. And for that, I'm going to be using this prompt right here. So I'm going to paste it. Can you organize your previous response into a table? The table will have 3 columns, the name of the channel, the URL of the channel, and a short description of the channel. Let's prompt that and see what comes up. So sure, here is the table you requested. So name of the channel, URL of the channel, short description of the channel. So I see here is generating the table, but I can see that there's a little overlap between these two columns, which kind of makes the URL impossible to completely read. So let's see issue persists when I copy the data over to a spreadsheet, because that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to copy everything here, Command C, and I'm going to open a blank spreadsheet right here, test AI. This is a simple Google Sheet. Okay, so I'm going to click on the first column and Control V to paste all of my information. I'm going to select the entire information and I'm going to use this text wrapping tool so that it wraps text onto the second line if it's too long for my column. So that just makes it easier for me to read. So I do have exactly what I prompted here, the name of the channel, URL, and short description. Now my question is, are these URL going to work? So if I click on one, I can see this one, Canva YouTube. So if I click through, I am landing on the Canva homepage. So this is not too bad. Let's go back one notch. Design with Canva. Is this going to link through our channel? No. Unfortunately, this channel doesn't exist. So that's a little bit disappointing. Is Seb's channel is going to work? I'm going to click here and also not. So I have some mixed results right here, and I'm not going to click on every single link, but on this spreadsheet, out of the 5 URLs that were provided, only one really worked, and that was the first one, the one with the official Canva channel. So a little bit of a mixed feeling right here for this answer right here from Bing. It does provide accurate channel names and channel descriptions, which is great, but the linking of these channels is not perfect, but it's already much better than ChatGPT that basically invented some fake YouTube channels or used some existing channels that had nothing to do with Canva and just suggested that as channels I should follow. So here again, Bing seems superior in its answer, though not perfect, to ChatGPT. All right, let's try something else. I want to see if Bing can perform tasks that I have been performing in ChatGPT, and ChatGPT offered some pretty good results, some really interesting information when I was using this particular prompt. The prompt is about analyzing a piece of text or a transcript for example, one of our videos, and generate a list of adjectives that reflects the tone of voice used in that video. So I have had some good success with this and ChatGPT. I want to see if Bing is capable of providing similar results. So I have this prompt right here. You are a marketing expert. Your task is to analyze this transcript and generate a list of 15 adjectives that reflect the tone of voice used by the author of the text. Here is the transcript. So I'm going to shift return to go one line below, and I'm going to paste the transcript of my video right here. So for that, I'm going to be using one of our videos. This is, could this be the perfect creator mouse? This is our review of the creator mouse on YouTube. And the third and most important keyword. So this is just the video, okay? What I'm going to do is to click on these 3 little dots right here. So click on that. Show transcript. This is going to show me the entire transcript here. So what I'm going to do is to toggle off the timestamps, okay, by clicking on these 3 little dots, toggle them off. And I'm going to start at the beginning. So what I'm going to do is to copy about 5-10 minutes of text. Okay, let's go a little bit more, maybe up to here. I have no idea how much text that is. Come back to Bing. Okay, so right under my here's the transcript, I'm going to paste this entire thing. And I can see that I reached the limit already. 2,000 characters have been reached. It's not a big deal. I'm just going to run this and see the adjective that comes up from this analyze of this transcript. Okay, so hello, this is Bing. I can help you with the task. Here are the 15 adjectives reflecting the tone of voice used by the author. Enthusiastic, engaging, friendly, curious, informative, casual, conversational, humorous, energetic, positive, honest, professional, creative, confident, interactive. I hope this helps. Okay, so I don't know what you think, but these keywords, I believe, reflect pretty well the tone of voice we were using in that particular video. So I will give it a thumbs up right here. So I'm giving feedback. Thank you for your help. So thumbs up, very happy with this. Let's move on to the next prompt immediately. Another thing that I love doing with ChatGPT is to use it to kind of reply to my emails, okay? This is still a manual process for me because I do not want to connect AI to my inbox. I don't want them to read my entire life, but I sometimes do not have time to reply to specific emails, or I don't want to really use my brain power to craft the perfect email. So a very easy way for me to reply to these emails recently has been to use ChatGPT. So the way I do this, I prompt something like this. Reply to this email saying that we would be really happy to participate in this interview project. Let's schedule some time in our agendas, okay? So here is the email. Okay, so I'm asking Bing to reply a specific thing to a specific email. Now I'm gonna go fetch this email. So this is the email. It's basically someone from Canva running one of the Canva communities asking Diana and I if we would be okay to participate in an interview. And then she shows me a bunch of questions that they have prepared for this interview. So I'm just going to copy the information, including the name of the person here at the bottom, come back to Bing. So I'm just gonna paste the information right here under my prompt and just simply run the prompt, okay? And there you go, Bing started to compose the email. Hello, we are doing great. Thank you for asking. How are you? Of course, we remember you. You are doing an amazing job with the communities. We are honored to be part of them. We are thrilled to hear about the interview project. It sounds like a fun and valuable way to share our experience and insight with other Canva enthusiasts. We would love to participate, etc., etc. Then it starts to kind of like suggest timeframes for the interview to be shot. So this is a great way to get back maybe 15 minutes of your life by asking AI to reply to your emails in a specific way with specific answers, and it does that very well. It sounds very polite, it sounds very cool. You could also ask Bing to use a specific tone of voice, to include specific sentences in its reply. It's very complete, and it does a similar, if not a better job than ChatGPT at writing these emails. So here again, I'm very impressed by what Bing has come up with. Let's use the little sweep icon right here that says new topic. This will clean all conversation. And let's try something else. Something else that I've been using ChatGPT a lot for, and that is to translate information into another language. So I'm just gonna type this other prompt right here that says translate this text into French. And I'm just going to grab a piece of text. I'm gonna grab the piece of text about the mask mandatory in Hong Kong that we used earlier. I'm going to paste that right here and prompt Bing to see how it can handle translating into another language. Okay, so French is my native language, so I could probably judge of this translation. So here is Bing's answer to my query. It says, I can translate text into French for you using Bing Translator. And there is a little source for that. Here's the translation. Selon mes connaissances, à la date limite de septembre 21, les masques étaient toujours obligatoires dans la plupart des lieux publics. So this is word for word what it says there, but in French. So you can learn more, bing.com, translate.google.co.uk, deeple.com, and translate.google.com. So here again, some more sources for you to verify this information, but it did a great job at translating. So here again, thumbs up, well done, Bing. And since we're here, let's try something else that ChatGPT does quite well, and that is formatting your text into H1, H2 headers or body text, like making the text easier to read. Okay, so I have this other prompt right here. I'm just gonna paste it, okay? It says, good, now analyze this text and use H1, H2, and body formatting to make it easier to read. Okay, let's see what it comes up with. So it's probably going to be using this text that it generated earlier, the translation. It says, I can analyze the text and use some markdown formatting to make it easier to read. Here's the result. Okay, so COVID-19 mask guidelines in Hong Kong. Summary, masks are mandatory in most public indoors settings. Guidelines may change depending on the situation and local policies. Check official sources. Details. Okay, so what it did here, it's not only, I would say, adding formatting, but it also added kind of like a summary with 3 bullet points and then some more context about the entire thing, but it did use H1 and H2 formatting and also body text. So it is easier to read indeed, and it went a little bit deeper than just use formatting. It also made a summary, a TLDR for me to start with if I don't have time to read the entire thing. So very good, very happy. So here again, another thumbs up. Alright guys, I have to admit I have been thinking long and hard about things that I could do in ChatGPT that maybe Bing would not be able to handle. I couldn't really find anything. So there is one last thing I want to try with you guys. It's a little bit more advanced. I'm gonna ask Bing to simulate a job interview for a specific job listing I found online, okay, to prepare myself for a job interview where I to apply for this job. So I'm gonna do this in just a moment, but before that, if you like this video, please give us a like, and also if you haven't done so yet, I strongly suggest you subscribe to the channel because we have a bunch of other videos about ChatGPT and also some really cool videos made by Diana about Midjourney or DALL-E and other generative AI tools. So make sure you subscribe because we have many more of these AI videos to come. All right, back to the tutorial. I have one last trick to show you. Okay, so for that, I also have a prompt. Let me paste it here. So it says, act as a recruiter. Here is a job description I have applied for. I want you to simulate interview questions for this specific job. Here is the job description. Shift return. All I have to do is to come to my job description right here, copy everything. So I'm just going to Command A, Command C, copied everything on this page, back to Bing right here, and I'm going to paste it right there. You see, I'm a little bit over, so I might not have the latest lines of this job description, which is fine. Okay, let's see what Bing starts to ask me after reading this prompt. I'm ready, Bing. Let's bring it on. All right, I can act as a recruiter and simulate interview questions for this specific job. Here are some possible questions. Why do you want to work as a global community manager for Pexel? So my motivation, what are some of the challenges and opportunities that you see for Pexel as a source of high quality free imagery? How would you approach building and engaging with Pexel community across different platforms and regions? What are some of the skills and tools that you use to manage your project and communicate with your team members, especially in a remote setting? How do you measure the impact and success of your community initiatives and campaign? How do you balance being creative and data-driven in a community strategy and execution? Etc., etc. So this gives me a bunch of different good, relevant interview questions. If we come back to the job description, right here, it is a job at Canva for global community manager. And so because I fed Bing some of the key responsibilities here, it was able to really provide some custom and accurate questions to help me prepare for this job interview. So here again, I would give this a thumbs up. This is at least as good as what ChatGPT would have done for me. Okay, so do these questions help you prepare for the interview? Yes, yes, they do. Thank you very much. Okay, so this is what I wanted to show you guys. In conclusion, I do believe that Bing is at least as good as ChatGPT for, I would say, all sorts of normal prompts, but it is better than ChatGPT when it comes to web-based information, when it comes to up-to-date information, things that have recently occurred, or when you ask it to provide you information that it goes and fetch on the internet about specific YouTube channels or people you should follow or courses you should take. Bing is going to be better than ChatGPT for these types of prompts. So there you go, guys. This was my 2 cents about the new Bing. If you want to try it, you need to first get on the waiting list. So how do you get on the waiting list? Just go to bing.com. You should see a visual similar to this one saying introducing the new Bing. Click on learn more and you should see this page right here. So all you have to do from here is to click on that blue button, join the waitlist by leaving your email address, and a couple of days, if not weeks later, you should receive an email similar to mine saying that you too are in and can try the new Bing. And that's all I have for you guys today. I'm gonna leave you with our playlist right here where we talk about the other AI tools, ChatGPT, Midjourney, DALL-E, etc. So make sure you follow the other tutorial in this playlist. They are all very good. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.